in this video lecture, I'll be talking about DC shunt motor characteristics. So here we will discuss about different characteristics like speed torque characteristics, then the speed current characteristics or torque current characteristics, these things. Alright, so let's start. So as you all know, for DC shunt motor, the back EMF EB is directly proportional to the speed. Okay, so we can write like the speed is directly proportional to VA minus IA into RA, because back EMF is nothing but this expression. Okay, armature voltage minus the drop in the armature resistance. Okay, so as you can see, this is nothing but an equation of a straight line. That means if we plot the speed with armature current, we'll get this kind of response. So this blue line is showing the speed response with the armature current. Alright, and VA is fixed here. Alright, so let's move further. For DC shunt motor also we know that the torque, electromagnetic torque generated by the DC shunt motor is directly proportional to the armature current. Alright, because flux is constant here. So this is simple, this is just like a pure straight line passing through origin. Okay, now if you replace this armature current with this torque, then you will get the relationship between speed and the torque. Alright, so you will get this kind of expression. So it is also an equation of a straight line. That means if you plot the speed versus torque curve, then you will get same kind of response like this, because it is also an equation of a straight line. So the nature will be same as the speed versus current graph. Alright, last but not the least, DC shunt motor can be considered as a constant speed motor. Okay, as you can see here, the variation in speed is very less. The reason is, see here the armature resistance is very small, and that is why this drop IA into RA, this value becomes very small. That is why we can say up to some extent this drop or this amount can be neglected, or even if it is there, that change due to this drop is very less, or the reduction due to this drop is very less. That is why, as you can see here, up to some extent the speed is almost constant. That is why it can be considered as a constant speed motor, but it is not true always, because if your load current is very high, then obviously this term will be very high, then automatically the slope will be very high. Okay, so if the slope is very high, then you cannot say it is a constant speed motor. Okay, but if the current is very less, then up to some extent we can approximate it with a constant speed. Okay, see here this curve is starting from the origin itself, but actually it is not possible to have a speed when armature current is zero. Theoretically it is possible, because theoretically or ideally at no load the ideal motor shouldn't draw any current, but it is not at all possible in practical scenario. At no load the motor draws very small amount of current. So in actual scenario, the speed, actually this curve doesn't start from the origin. See here the armature current is zero, but still there is a speed. Actually it is indicating the no load speed, this point, but no loads, even at no load speed some current is always there. At zero current it is not possible to rotate the motor, right? So theoretically it is okay, but in actual scenario some current is always there. Okay, so that's all about the DC shunt motor characteristics. In next video lecture I will discuss about the DC series motor characteristics. I hope you have liked this video. Please share, comment and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.